From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. 11 schools make up Uintah School District, and the district has a new leader. On today's show, we'll introduce you to him and preview the school year. We welcome into the studio Mark Dockins, the new Uintah School District Superintendent. So
hello,
welcome.
Chris.
Good to have you here.
Good to be
now,
here.
I have called you Mark so long. I'm going to have to adapt to this new thing. I have a feeling you're all right, but Superintendent Dockins, it has a ring to it.
It has an odd ring since it's only been 4 days.
It's only been a couple of days, but congratulations. I think it's wonderful that we have you, and on behalf of me and a bunch of other teachers, we're very happy to have you. So congratulations on that new thing. Now let's talk about it. I mean, first of all, let's just introduce you. I know you, but some of our viewers may not. What brought you to Vernal, and how long have you been here?
Well, I've been here this is my 16th year as an employee of Uintah School District, and my wife and I moved out here from Lincoln, Nebraska. That's where I did my undergraduate and my graduate work, and I was teaching out there at the time, and we decided we wanted to get somewhere near the mountains, and so we took out a map, laid it out, and found all the mountains that had jobs near it, and Vernal was one of them. And so
really, the mountains were criteria from Nebraska,
from flatness to mountains.
Well,
mountains. we both came from Casper, Wyoming originally. And
so
we were
that.
by the mountains, and so we decided that we wanted to come out, and so we did a tour. We did an interview process and went Greeley and on around through Laramie and then back, and they offered us several different options of jobs, and we chose Vernal of all places.
I keep going back to Nebraska, but were you on the secondary level there also?
Yes, I was. I taught, 6th, 7th, and then 9 and 10.
All right. So Vernal is home now. You've been here.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We were talking about that, and where we always considered Nebraska home because we were there for so many years, and not anymore. Vernal is home.
Vernal is home.
This is where we've put our roots down.
That's right. And you have a family as well?
Yes, we have. My wife and I have 2 lovely children, Heron and Sierra, and they're one's in the 5th grade and one's in the 6th grade.
So they were both born here?
Yeah, they were born here. They only know Vernal is home. So
that's right. Well, that's good. Established it as home. And so from teaching at the high school here in Vernal and the alternative high school, then what?
Well, then many of you probably remember John Green. He was a great man, and he had left the high school and it left an opening there, and it was in the middle of the year, and Mrs. Allen came down, Dixie Allen came down and asked me what I thought of being an administrator, and I told her I really didn't think much of it at all. But eventually I decided that I was going to do that, and we worked in, and John told me, I'll work with you for 2 weeks, and then he worked with me up until lunch one day, and he left, and he never came back. And there I was.
And that was your path through, and that eventually led into the district office.
Right. And I went into student services, where I did everything from gifted and talented programs for the schools to the adult ed and the alternative school, which we were able to recreate, and so.
That's right. And you had been able to teach there too, so you had that insight.
Right.
Everything was just kind of laid out for you to do.
It worked out that way.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have someone who calls Vernal their home reach this position. So congratulations again on that. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I want to come back and actually talk about some of your goals and the school district goals, where we're headed in the future. So,
thank you.
All right, now stay tuned after this word from Ashley Regional Medical Center. We'll talk about Uintah School District's mission statement and Superintendent Dockins' plans to make it a reality. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the CT Suite at Ashley Regional Medical Center. We've recently renovated this area for our new GE Lightspeed VCT scanner, the first of its kind in northeastern Utah.
This CT is the next generation of life-saving imaging technology. The new 64-slice CT delivers crystal clear, high-resolution 3D images with breathtaking speed and reduced radiation. Ashley Regional Medical Center, providing technology for the future.
Welcome back. Today we're visiting with Uintah School District Superintendent Mark Dockins about the 2009-2010 school year. So we talked in the first segment a little bit about you, what brought you to Vernal, and how this is now your home and has been for quite a long time now. What are some of your new goals personally as superintendent?
Well, the previous Superintendent Charles Nelson, had developed a movement in the district, and I was part of that movement. And so the reality is that my goals are still in
continuation,
line, right? Because I was part of the leadership team where we were directing the district, and the district mission statement is to develop skills and attributes for a productive citizen. And we have a number of goals. There's five board goals that they've set, and the number one of those goals is to ensure all students learn at a high level. And so for me, that's the number one focus for the district, is that we ensure that all of our students learn. And so we've set up a system of our commitments as a district for how we're going to achieve those things. And we've been working as a district in what's called the PLC, the Professional Learning Community. Basically, the idea here is that it's collaboration, where we have multiple teachers working together, and they're making sure that we don't have kids fall through the cracks.
Right.
We don't have anyone, the whole idea of no child left behind. We're not going to leave kids behind.
Right.
And so that was the big push for the last couple of years, is to try to get everyone working together and collaborating on individual students. Right. And then as part of that, we're looking at data. What levels are kids learning at? How are they learning? How do we know they know what they know?
So we're monitoring their progress.
Exactly. And the philosophy that if a kid comes to my classroom and he just chooses not to learn isn't okay. We have to intervene in that kid's life to make sure that he does learn.
Right.
And you'll never get 100%, but you have to set up systems that aren't invitational. It's not, well, if you don't get it, come after school. This is, if you don't get it right now, this is what we're going to do.
Yes.
And to make sure you get it. And that's a key element, I think.
Yes.
And it's a paradigm shift for a lot of teachers and administrators, where the idea that if they show up and they want to learn, they'll learn.
Yes.
That's not okay anymore.
Right.
If they show up,
teacher taking more ownership.
Right.
You're under my care.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get you there.
Right. And all of us teachers went into the business to help kids.
Right.
And we didn't go into the business to just stand up there and lecture, and then if they got it, they got it.
Yeah.
And so that's our
your number one
issue.
focus
Right.
is on that.
And the administration, our administration in the school district, all of the principals understand that, and that's their goal. And in order for us to know what it is they know or don't know, we have to look at common assessments. We have to come up with ways where we can compare our children's scores to another schools. I mean, we have to be able to do that, and teachers are doing that.
To make the comparisons, to know if we are teaching at that high level, and if the kids are getting it, or if they're improving, and that sort of thing.
And so our goal is progress, our goal is growth, not necessarily a bottom line score.
Right.
And if we have kids that fall well below that score, our goal is still to get growth. Okay.
To move them up.
Right.
So what makes Uintah School District unique? Is it unique from other districts in the state or the country? Is there something different about Uintah School District?
Well, I think right now we have a vision, we have a mission, and our commitments to move forward. Everyone's going in the right
Superintendent Nelson may have set you up for smoother waters then,
I hope so.
in the right direction in which you want to continue.
Yeah, and we worked closely together, and Superintendent Nelson was a good friend of mine, and we shared the same values and the same beliefs on education. And so for me to continue in this direction, I think it's the right direction, and I think that we will hopefully make sure that kids are all learning and moving in the right direction.
That sounds like a goal that no one can argue with. Oh, very good. And we should mention also, since I brought up Superintendent Nelson, that he did leave suddenly on a medical leave of absence, and certainly we all wish him the very, very best. So thank you, Superintendent, for coming here and talking with us and introducing yourself to a few new people, and we hope to have you back again sometime.
Excellent, thank you.
Good, very good. Now, to find the district calendar, you can go to www.uintah.net, and that's a wrap for this week's show. So we'll see you next time on Local Point.